Here to help answer the question, a jury consultant, Susan Constantine, and criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Kelly Sandin is here. Guys, welcome back to the program. Appreciate it. Look, no DNA on the duct tape. Let's just run through this. We still don't know what caused this little girl's death at this particular point. The smell issue in the car was disputed in a time frame that, frankly, was exculpatory towards Casey Anthony, if everyone wants to look at the timeline. The shovel issue was disputed in a lot of different ways. It was only borrowed 45 minutes. She didn't come back sweaty on top of it. The cause of death, we don't know. How did she die? How did she get into the woods? You know, how, when, why, where? Never resolved by the prosecution. So I ask both of you, help me out here. Why is everyone angry at the jury?
Well, what I'm seeing right here with this jury is that really what they did was they just didn't find some of the witness credible. There was so much information. They were inundated with forensic evidence. With, my God, I think there was like 80-some witnesses. You know, these are just average people. They're just average people that were chosen to be on this jury, trying to sift through all this minutia and all these lies that when it really came down to it, they go, we don't know. And that's really what happened. That's what I think would happen with this jury. They couldn't come with a verdict of guilty because there was too many things and too many obstacles in the way that says I can't cross the I and dot the T. And it was the credibility of those witnesses that they didn't trust.
That's why I think this jury is being attacked. And as somebody who watched much of this trial, Susan, and in particular, I thought the closing arguments by the defense were extraordinarily effective. This whole notion of fantasy forensic, you know, you're the first ones in the state of Florida to ever hear, and they go through a whole list of forensic science newly created for this case, never brought up before. And the jury, it didn't convince me, and I am very pro-prosecution in this case. I still am very suspicious of Casey in this case. Because, like everybody else, because of the lies, I wanted to believe it, but they didn't even take me to first base.
Okay, you know, I was working on profiling these jurors here, and what I found is that we had a jury pool that was split. We had 58% of that jury was really, they could actually bring a conviction forward. But we had the other that were more egalitarian. So when you put them all into the room together and you have that reasonable doubt there, they're going to get in, they're going to say, hey, we're going to have to either come to some sort of compromise because we are so far apart. The other thing is 61% of all jurors are visual. So what did Baez do, which was an excellent presentation. I
agree. It was outstanding.
It was outstanding. He had every player that was up there. And we know that jurors aren't very auditory.
Guys, great job. Thank you both for being with us.